Hello you guys, welcome to my new journey here on YouTube. I'm so excited that this is my first video. I plan to bring more content. The purpose of this channel, I feel like throughout my life, I have always been complimented on my gift of like speaking life into people, speaking the truth, and just uplifting people, and I feel like this is a great avenue to kind of share that with you guys who don't personally know me. Today the video is on how to be more confident, and believe it or not, so many people think being confident is something you're born with. It's something that you just own it. But the truth is that's completely false. It's something you have to work on. It's something you have to grow in. It's something you have to practice. Confidence is not something that someone just has. It's way deeper than that. So today I'm going to tell you how to be more confident, not just physically, but on the more like mental side too. Totally lost my word there. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm so excited to share these tips with you, and let's get to it. Tip number one, fix your posture. Posture is something that I think we don't think about on the everyday basis. Posture is something we just walk into a room, we're just feeling ourselves. We're either down that day, we're either feeling good, we're feeling pretty. You've got to practice that regardless of how you're feeling. Whenever you walk into a room, you've got to have your shoulders back and you've got to be smiling. You got to walk like you know where you're going. If you walk, you're tripping over yourself, you're looking at the ground, what's that going to tell somebody about you? So whenever you walk into a room, even if you're nervous, even if you're intimidated, even if you're not feeling yourself that day, even if you're not feeling pretty, you need to walk in there like you are feeling good. Because if you don't, people are going to look at you, they're going to be like, ooh, she's not that confident. Like, what type of day is she having? Like, why is she looking like that? So it's very important that whenever you walk into a room that your shoulders are back, you know where you're walking, you acknowledge people. And even if you don't say hey, even if you don't know them, even if you're not confident enough to be like, hey, how you doing? That sounded really Southern, Jesus. But just like make eye contact with them, like walk with purpose. Because if you're not walking with purpose, nobody's going to take you seriously. You have the best personality, but if you're not walking like you know what you're there to do and you got a reason to be there, then nobody's going to take you seriously. So step one to being confident is just literally walk like you know what you're doing. Even if you don't, even if you're unsure, walk like you know. Nobody else will know that you don't know. You just got to walk like you know. All right, so tip number two, got my notebook, y'all, sorry. Tip number two is realize what things in life make you feel beautiful. So whether it's having your skin tanned, whether it's having eyelashes, whether it's wearing lipstick, whether it's dressing in neutral colors instead of bright colors, identify those things. Like literally get out a piece of paper and like figure out like, okay, what makes me feel good on the days I'm not feeling it? And for me, I will tell you those things are having lashes. I feel like the best thing in the world is to just have some like tan skin, have some lashes, have your hair a little bit of wave in it, and just to walk out the house. Like, even if you're not feeling like, oh, let me put on a crop top, even if you're in a t-shirt and like Nike shorts, then do it. Like, that is what makes me feel the most pulled together. I can walk into a room, and even if I'm not feeling myself that day, if I have my lashes on, if I have my hair slightly done, if I have my tan skin, I'm gonna be feeling good. So for you, you've got to find that. I mean, I use self-tanner. I put it all over my body. That's just what I found I literally feel 10 times more confident with. So you've got to realize what those things are for you. You've got to identify that, and then you've also got to make an effort and like a conscious decision that I've got to maintain that for myself. If you identify that, if you identify that having your lashes done is what makes you feel gorgeous, regardless of what day it is, it's the lashes for you. What you need to do is you need to figure out, okay, how can I do this and maintain it? A lot of people, if you're working in a full-time job, you can afford to go get lash extensions. And yes, they're high maintenance. And y'all see my dog? Sorry, that's my dog. Her name's Carmen. But what I was saying is, yes, they're high maintenance. But if you're not, like working a full-time job, you can definitely just get some false, like stick on, glue on lashes. That's what I do. I don't wear fake ones. Well, I do wear fake ones, but not like extensions. I put them on every day, and I make an effort, even if I'm not feeling good, to put on my lashes, because I know internally that gives me confidence and that helps me be the best version of myself because I'm feeling myself with lashes on. So I make sure to keep up with that. I make sure to have my lashes so I don't have to really go a day without them. And for you, like I said, whatever it is, you've got to make sure you know that that's your responsibility. And you've got to understand that nobody can make you feel confident about yourself other than yourself. So it's solely your responsibility to do what you need to do to make sure that you're feeling your best version. You're feeling, I said that weird, but you're just feeling the best you can be. Like if you walk out the house with your hair in a messy bun, that's okay. But is that going to make you feel confident? I feel like every time you go to walk out of the door, you've got to ask yourself, okay, do I feel good on the outside? Because a lot of people, listen, a lot of people say it don't matter, you know, what I look like. It doesn't matter, you know, what, you know, you hear all that. And to a degree, that's true. But also, girls, we got to be real here. If you get your hair done, if you do your hair, if you put some effort in, you're probably going to walk with a little bit more pep in your step than if you didn't put in any effort before you left the house. So tip number 2 is that you got to find what makes you feel beautiful. You got to understand it's your responsibility to keep up with that and to do that for yourself because you deserve it. So yeah, step number 2. Let's go to 3. Number 3, it goes back to my first point. Step number 3, make eye contact. Whenever you walk into a room, whenever you're sitting down, whenever you're talking to somebody, you need to make sure you're looking them right in the eye. And I know that's nerve-wracking and it makes you feel uncomfortable, but the truth is in life, if you don't look somebody in the eye, nobody's going to take you seriously. And it literally all boils down to this. What makes you uncomfortable makes you better. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It is so cheesy, but it is so true. You've got to practice this. So when Amazon Prime guy comes and delivers a package and you happen to be walking in your house, you tell him, "Hi, how are you doing?" You look him in the eye, say thank you. Okay, small steps. If you are passing somebody in the store, make eye contact with them. Take small steps. Don't expect yourself to walk into an interview, to walk into your place of work and just be able to do it. It takes practice. It is not easy, y'all. It is not easy to make eye contact with somebody, but that's something you got to understand that you got to do in life. And you cannot be confident, you cannot look confident if you don't even have the guts to look somebody in the eye. So that's something you got to practice on. That's something I got to practice on. It's nerve-wracking, but I got to do it. So let's do it together. Let's be more confident and let's work on that part because it's such a small change, but golly, if you can just do it, it will make the biggest difference. If you walk in a room with your shoulders back, you're walking with purpose, you're not stumbling over your feet, you look at people, you acknowledge them with your eyes, that, oh girl, you don't even have to do anything else. People are going to be like, what she did? You know, what she do different? Like, she's looking good. Like, did she lose, you know, like, did she lose weight? Did she, like, no, like, it's just, I'm walking different. So step number 3, make contact. It's a good one. All right. Step number 4. I'm gonna hold this up because this is, to me, the biggest step in being confident. I feel like in today's society, this is not a common belief, but to me it is the biggest, most best belief you can have, and that is you need to credit yourself for all things big or small. Whether you went to the gym today for the first time and you walked for 20 minutes on the treadmill, or whether you went into work today and you made an effort to, you know, work on your eye contact, if you made an effort to be positive today, if you know, did something nice, like, it doesn't matter how big or small. You need to credit yourself for that, and you need to feel proud because guess what? You did it. Nobody else did. You had the guts, the energy, the grit, the everything because you did it. So you need to credit yourself. If you did something today, learn that it's okay to celebrate that with yourself. Oh my gosh, I got out of bed today, and even though I was feeling bad, I got up, I did my makeup, I left the house, I got out, I did something. Kudos to you. Like, girl, you killed it. You killed it. Like, credit yourself for that. Another thing I was gonna, mention is, like, for me, in my life, at this phase of my life, I'm 20 years old. I work at Chick-fil-A. I'm a social media coordinator at Chick-fil-A. I am building a photography business. It's only 2 years old. Like, it is so new, y'all. I've got a dog. I'm a dog mom. I got to go see my dad. I got to go see my mom. You know, my parents are divorced. I got to spend time with my brother. Y'all, in life, everything can build up so fast. You can feel like you cannot do it all. And especially whenever you're not in adulthood and you're on that bridge of like, I'm a college kid. I'm, you know, taking the summer. You know, like it's just, it gets so crazy. So if you're not consciously saying, wow, I'm proud of myself today. Big or small, I did this. And I'm proud. If you're not doing that, you are going to drown. You're going to feel like you're drowning. You're going to feel like you're treading water and like you're not getting nowhere. So you, whenever you do something, I tell you, y'all, if you do this, it will make such a big difference. You got to credit yourself and celebrate with yourself. It's okay to celebrate yourself. You need to celebrate yourself because if you don't, nobody else will. Okay? So, you know, instead of looking at it the way I just told you, you know, instead of crediting myself, you know, for small stuff, y'all, I'm a dog mom and I'm proud of it, okay? It takes time, it takes energy, it takes love, it takes commitment to be a dog mom. I'm not ashamed. And not like many people are ashamed, but you gotta credit yourself. Like, I don't care, that's not a kid. You're taking care of your dog. So, you know, you can have the outlook like, oh, well, I just go to school. I mean, I work at fast food. Like, I mean, you can look at it like that. You can be like, no, look, I'm a dog mom. I take care of my dog. I help clean the house. Like, anything you do, credit yourself and celebrate. And I know I keep saying that, but it's so true. You got to give yourself credit because if you don't, nobody else will, okay? All right, that was tip number 4. Celebrate with yourself. Nobody else will if you don't, all right? So yeah, sorry, got a little excited about that, but it's just such the truth. Because in today's society, it's viewed as like selfish. And to me, it's not. Like, you got to talk yourself up. You can't expect other people to talk you up. You can't expect other people to, you know, be proud of you, because if you are so dependent on that, you're going to let other people dictate in your life. Are you proud of yourself? Are you happy with yourself? Like, you've got to learn. You can't depend on people for that, because you got to depend on yourself, because you know yourself. Nobody knows you better, okay? Let's get to step number 5. Sorry, this is a good one already. Step number 5, make a girly hour tab on Instagram. So whenever you're scrolling through Instagram and you see something like a reel about like body image or how to do this cool thing with your hair, or like a makeup hack, or like makeup dupes, like, oh, instead of getting this, get this. Whenever you see stuff like that, make a tab, save it on Instagram, and call it like girly hour. And days you're not feeling yourself, days like, you know, like your period's starting, pull up that tab and like look through it. And I feel like that if on a day you were feeling good, that spoke to you, it's gonna speak to you again. And whether you're feeling yourself or not, be like, huh, maybe okay, maybe let me try to do my hair like that today. Like, purposely build that to be your fallback on days you're not feeling good and you're not feeling confident, okay? So be able to go through and look at all this stuff and be like, look, this is stuff I haven't even tried. Like, let me try this today. Let me see how this makes me feel. So purposely build a fallback for your days you're not feeling it. And there's a fire alarm and my dog's barking. All right, I'm back. The chaos is down. Step number 6. Ways to be more confident. Let's wrap it up here. Is dress the part, okay? I'm not saying go out and drop all this money. I'm not saying you gotta go get your hair highlighted, your nails done. I'm just saying, like, pull yourself together every day, okay? It's different if you're at home and you're just having a lazy day or you don't feel good. But if you're leaving the house, like, you need to look pulled together in some sort of way, okay? If you don't dress the part, you can be as confident as can be, but if you got your hair just, like, looking ratty and it's messy, you know, you just got, like, an oversized, like, sweatshirt on and, like, joggers and, like, tennis shoes, like, yeah, that's okay, but is that making you feel confident? Like, okay, every decision you make, everything you do as far as your appearance, you got to ask yourself, like, okay, yeah, this is cool, but what does it do for me? Okay? Because if you're not asking yourself, what does it do for me, then you're just going to be going through life, you know, you're like, man, I can't get on top of this. Like, I'm not feeling myself. Like, I feel myself here. I feel myself here. You got to dress the part. Whether, like, no matter how you're feeling, look, this is something I do. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Days I'm not feeling good, I'm just like, dang, this is a bad self-esteem day. It's a bad body image day. What I'll do is I'll wear a sports bra under a cute blouse, and honestly, nobody can tell. I mean, some people, I'm like, y'all, I'm wearing a sports bra today. Would you believe it? You know, I'm just kind of crazy and weird like that. But you know, do small things like that, like dress like comfy cute, compromise, because regardless, like, you gotta dress the part. If you want to feel confident, you gotta dress confident. You gotta dress like, oh, I know what I'm dressing like, I know my style, I know what looks cute on me. And whether, like I said, no matter what type of day you're having, you gotta dress the part. Because if you walk into a room and, you know, you're not watching your posture, you're not watching your eye contact, you act like you didn't care to get out of bed, if it looks like you didn't even care to pull yourself together, what does that say to other people? And I know in today's society, it's, you know, it's looked upon, but let's be honest, our appearance says a lot about us. And it affects the impressions we make on people, whether we're at the grocery store, whether we're at our place of work, whether we're at the vet with our doggy. We have got to realize that it is actually a part of life and it matters. So when it matters, invest that in yourself. Acknowledge that it matters and do what you can do to feel confident on the outside, because a lot of your confidence has to come from the inside. But if you can't even begin to work on that, just start with the outside. Just consciously make those changes. And ladies, I promise, if you start just making these changes, if you start thinking like this, if you start working on your mindset, it's going to make the world of a difference with the way people look at you, the impressions you make, and how you carry yourself in general. It's a habit. It becomes a habit when you practice. So let's try to put these things in our life. Let's try to be more confident, even on the days we're not feeling it. We all got this. And yeah, thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to wrap it up on how to be more confident.